Lady causes a scene because her date refused to pay for the meal after inviting her out.
Where you going? Where you going, nigga? Where you going? Pay for the goddamn food. Pay for the damn food. Pay for the damn food. What would y'all do if a nigga invited you out and they couldn't pay for the food? And you not gonna pay? What you mean? What the fuck is going on? He invited me out. You invited me out and you can't pay? What you mean?
Crazy, y'all. That's crazy, y'all.
Call your ass cause you broke and you ain't got no money.
She crazy. She crazy, y'all.
He invited me out and he can't fucking pay.
She crazy, y'all. Crazy.
What the fuck do you mean?
2023, man.
What do you mean? I'm not paying for nothing. And I'm gonna record your ass and you getting posted. He invited me out and talking about he don't got no fucking money and he's paying fucking money.
Crazy, y'all. She crazy. But yeah, what? I'm finna leave, man, because she's talking crazy.
Now, let's be honest. We understand, in the sense, depending on what the discussion was prior to this, if he agreed to pay for the meal, cool. But that he invited you out does not mean he got to pay for your meal, especially if y'all never even talked about whatever, right? The discussion that was never had, he might come in with the mindset that, hey, she paying for her meal, I'm paying for mine. But if the discussion was had, then yes, he is at fault. Now, let's just say generally he's at fault. If this is old school times, old school, traditional, cool. But the fact that you refusing to pay for the meal also shows that maybe you also broke too, right? It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't look good. You choose to embarrass yourself instead of paying for the meal. You want to put it on social media and all that. Madam, do as you like. Ain't nobody telling you how to operate. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying you right. I'm not saying bro wrong. I'm not saying bro right. It depends on what other discussion y'all had prior to this. But I'm going to say right now, if you think this automatically makes you just look right to everybody, not really. You know what I'm saying? Or should I say not necessarily right, but makes you look like a lady, or I really don't even know what you were going for with this one, because it's embarrassing to you more even than him. You know what I mean? Because some guys might say, hey, what discussion, or some ladies might say, what discussion did you all have prior to this? If he just says, hey, let's go out to eat, and you're like, yeah, and then you expect him to pay for the meal automatically, that's your business. You didn't, the details aren't outlined. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say you didn't understand whatever it is. You can say, oh, wow, you ain't going to pay for the meal? All right, I'm going to pay for the meal and I'm going to leave him alone. But now you doing all this makes you look crazy. And, mind you, I'm pretty sure she's very comfortable with, the outcome of this, because she wanted to put him on blast, loud, pour stuff on his head, all that good stuff. Yeah, I don't know, respectfully, ladies that, I don't know if they call this ratchet, they call this brazen. I don't know what y'all call this, but you think it might be a good look. Then again, you kind of want a guy that likes you for stuff like this, so that's cool. But for the individuals, at least guys that I know, or most guys, there's ways to handle this that I don't think this lady handled. As I said, I'm not out here saying bro isn't the right, because, whatever discussions they had. But yeah, I don't know. See how bro is calm? He just walks away. First, he was sitting there. She was saying all this. And all the ladies are right there. She's looking and saying, hey. And the girls are just laughing and all that good stuff. You see, they just laughing. That's all they doing. Because I'm pretty sure to them, it's like, girl, you really going to embarrass yourself over a meal? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but then again, it depends on what kind of lady you are. I like to hear your thoughts about it. As I said, I'm not saying bro is right. I'm not saying she's right. I'm not saying bro is wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong. But I understand, in the sense of traditionalism, if you're going to invite a lady out, guys should, but if the discussion was never had and we know what current time we on, you can't just automatically expect the guy to pay. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what kind of discussion y'all had, is very important. You know what I mean? But as I said, if you're a traditionalist, okay, you can say, bro, it's wrong. to me, the main thing here isn't the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? At this point, the whole thing is the way you approach things. Like they say, it's always how you approach things. You know what I'm saying? If she had handled this more subtly, oh yeah, guys would be like, yo, bro, you gonna invite a lady out. But now she made a big scene. Guys are looking like, oh, bro, you dodged the bullet with that one, because you make a little mistake at home or relationship, she's gonna put you on blast. She probably gonna put hands on you and everything. So in a sense, I feel like bro definitely dodged the bullet with this one. You know what I'm saying? Even though, of course, you know, not necessarily like he dodged a bullet. He got some whatever poured on him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. At the end of the day, bro, I'm very sure guys looking at this like, yo, this lady is crazy. Period. I don't think guys is even caring whether, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong. Y'all can let me know in the comments. Of course, let's have this discussion, land of empathy, right? But as I said, bro, it's not a good look for the lady, bro. Not a good look for the guy per se, but for sure not a good look for the lady. I can say that one openly. Because all that embarrassment, Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace and blessings.
Almighty push.
Do like you supposed to. Do like you supposed to. Do like you supposed to. I say do like you supposed to.
Doing what I wasn't supposed to be doing. They were bigger outside of what they did than what they did. You know, I'm a great rapper, but you forgot about that right now because I'm doing so many other things. So that's what I want to be known for, all of the great things that I do outside of it.